Welcome to episode 8 of Road to 100K. This is a monthly update video where I track my progress to reaching that glorious milestone. We'll start with how much I have invested, then I'll walk through my contributions, the difference the portfolio is generating, how much my accounts are performing against the market, and finally, the strategy and outlook onto the next update. No hype, no shortcuts, just a real update on the journey to six figures. Alright, let's start with the accounts. First up, my 401k as of this update is sitting at $16,917, which is up 2.05% compared to previous episode. Nothing flashy here, just steady growth doing exactly what it's supposed to do in the meantime. Next is my brokerage account, and this one had a stronger month. The current value is $34,470, up 4.82% from the last update. This is where most of my active investing happens, so it's nice to see it's pulling its weight this month. When you combine both accounts, my total invested amount is $51,387.93, which puts the portfolio up 3.89% since the previous episode. What really hits me is this: I'm officially over halfway to 100k invested. At just over 51,000, I crossed that 50% mark. And honestly, this is where the compounding really starts to matter. The first half takes longer, every dollar feels heavy, every contribution feels small, but once you get past this point, momentum starts doing more of the work for you. From here, it's not just about how much I add. The portfolio itself is now big enough to start contributing in a meaningful way. Market updates matter more, dividends matter more, and consistency really starts to show off. Still a long way to go, but being halfway there is a huge milestone, and I'm staying locked in until this hits six figures. Right now, I'm investing $0 into my 401k and $160 per week into my brokerage account. I know that might sound a little backwards at first, but there's a reason for it, and I'll explain the good news on the 401k later in the video. As for what I actually own, let's start with the 401k. My top holdings there are Nvidia, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. 100% invested in the S&P 500. It's a heavy focus on large cap, high quality companies, and honestly, that's exactly how I want my retirement account positioned. Simple, growth oriented, and long term. Now, moving over to the brokerage account, this is where I'm more hands-on. My top holdings here are Google, Hershey's, MasterCard, S&P Global, and Visa. These are businesses with strong cash flow, pricing power, and long-term durability. The kind of companies I'm comfortable adding week by week. Different accounts, different roles, but everything's still working towards the same goal, getting the combined portfolios to reach 100k and beyond. Moving forward, these dividends are coming strictly from my brokerage account, since anything from the 401k is already baked into the overall returns. And in the context of this road to 100k journey, dividends play a huge role. They're proof that the portfolio is starting to work with me, not just waiting on future growth. Every dividend is progress that doesn't require me to add new money. However, adding money and dividend raises accelerate the growth of these dividends. It's capital being generated by the portfolio itself, reinforcing consistency and accelerating the path to six figures when reinvested. It's slow at first, but this is how the snowball starts forming, and over time, it becomes a meaningful part of reaching that 100k goal. Let's take a look at how the portfolio is performing year to date compared to the major indices. The 401k is up modestly, and my brokerage account is performing even better. When you put both accounts together, my total portfolio is outpacing the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and even the Dow so far this year. This shows that even with a mix of dividend-focused stocks and high-quality growth companies, my strategy is holding up well against the broader market. If I can consistently outperform the indices, especially with my brokerage account, it'll help me reach the 100k goal faster. It's not required, but it definitely gives a boost along the way. The year is still just getting started, so my focus right now is staying disciplined and leaning into high conviction positions, especially opportunities where I can continue lowering my average cost over time. No rushing, no forcing trades, just consistent intentional buying. In terms of adjustment, nothing changes on the brokerage side. I'm staying locked in at $160 per week. The big update is on the 401k. It's officially been approved, and the plan goes active on February 1, 2026, which adds another engine to this whole strategy. As for the outlook, I've started the year slightly outperforming the major indices. I believe that's sustainable, and I'm confident this can turn into a stronger year than 2025. Not by doing anything flashy, but by staying consistent and letting the plan work. Same goals, same discipline. Thank you so much for reaching the end of this update. We're literally halfway through. If you want to follow my journey, consider subscribing and even liking this video so others can get motivated and push on their journey as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.